Know thyself. This is a gold moment in A Course in Miracles. This is a phrase or a saying or a maxim that is ancient. This ancient maxim, know thyself. First found in the Greek, it goes back at least 2,500 years to the time of Heraclitus, although it's not clear if Heraclitus actually had that maxim, but others at that time did. Heraclitus was one of the great pre-Socratic philosophers of ancient Greece. And at that time, know thyself had a slightly different connotation. It meant know your limits, know your place in the cosmos. But then Plato, Socrates, Plato was Socrates' student. Plato wrote his dialogues, and Socrates did not write anything, which is an interesting phenomenon. So we know about Socrates mainly through Plato. In Plato, the idea of know thyself, first of all, it was found in the Temple of Apollo, in the precinct of Delphi, and it was inscribed when you walked into the Temple of Apollo. It said over the door, "Know thyself." Those are the words. And for Plato and Socrates, what it meant was know your soul, right? Know your essence. And that's essentially what the Course means by it. And remember that the Course uses Plato. Refers to Plato. There's quite a few passages in the Course which remind you of the cave allegory that's found in the Republic of Plato. So with that in mind, a lot we could say about know thyself. And then know thyself also became a very important concept in 19th century, 20th century philosophy. People like Kant and Hegel used know thyself a lot. And it was like the counterpart. I'm just regurgitating what I learned from Wikipedia. It was the counterpart of the Sanskrit tat tvamasi, which means that thou art. Right? You are that. And these philosophers understood it to be the counterpart of that Sanskrit, Hindu Sanskrit maxim, tat tvam asi, which is found in the Upanishads, which go back even further. So the Course, Jesus in the Course says know thyself at least a couple times, maybe more than twice. I have twice, right? So let's read the two passages that I have here, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Here's the first one. The goal of the curriculum, regardless of the teacher you choose, is know thyself. There is nothing else to learn. Everyone is looking for himself and for the power and glory he thinks he has lost. Whenever you are with anyone, you have another opportunity to find them. Your power and glory are in him because they are yours. The ego tries to find them in yourself because it does not know where to look. The Holy Spirit teaches you that if you look only at yourself, you cannot find yourself because that is not what you are. Okay. And the other passage is very short and sweet, and it kind of comes out of nowhere early in the Course, in the text. And it's this beautiful line, know yourself in the one light where the miracle that is you is perfectly clear. I'll read it one more time. Know yourself in the one light where the miracle that is you is perfectly clear. Very poetic and very lovely line. So let's read the first part again. Know thyself. The goal of the curriculum, regardless of the teacher you choose, could be the Holy Spirit. There are only two teachers really. There's the Holy Spirit and there's the ego. So regardless of which one you choose, is know yourself. Know thyself. There is nothing else to learn. Everyone is looking for himself and for the power and glory he thinks he has lost. Whenever you are with anyone, you have another opportunity to find them. Your power and glory are in him because they are yours. The ego tries to find them in yourself because it does not know where to look. the Holy Spirit teaches you that if you look only at yourself, you cannot find yourself, because that is not what you are. So I think really what Jesus is getting at here, one of the things at least that he's getting at, is that you cannot find your way to God without your brother, right? You cannot see yourself without the help of another, right? Another brother. It's very difficult. Your brother gives you a reflection that we would all do well to take to heart, right? And be grateful to our brother for the reflection that our brother gives, whether we don't like, we might not like what our brother is reflecting to us, but if we are taking the course to heart, whatever our brother is reflecting to us is something we need to see. And rather than push it away or blame our brother or judge our brother, rather we want to go within ourselves and ask ourselves, well, what is my brother bringing up that is bothering me? And maybe there's something I need to learn. Maybe there's something I need to look at. Your brother, if you do not see your brother in the light, in the power and the glory of God in your brother, you cannot see it in yourself. Plain and simple. The ego tries to, we try from an egoic point of view to find the power and the glory in many things in this world. And clearly it does not work. Really the only thing that really will work is what Jesus calls forgiveness, which is this seeing our brother, seeing the power and the glory, the love and the light and the glory and the power in our brother, just as with us, just as with God, because God, we are created as God created us. We are still the same love that we've always been, that God created, one with him. And so we need look no farther. That's the answer that we've been looking for. And that's the only thing that's going to stick. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So know yourself in the one light where the miracle that is you is perfectly clear. I think I feel a song coming on. Forgive me. That's not the song. Wait, let's try it. Try it again. Know yourself. Know yourself. Yourself in the one light where the miracle that is you is perfectly clear. Know yourself in the one light where the miracle that is you is perfectly clear. Perfectly clear. Know yourself in the one light where the miracle that is you is perfectly clear. be clear. Alright, I tried. The harmonica didn't seem to be working. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, know thyself. We'll see. There's going to be a quiz later. And yeah, a quest. It's a quiz, and not a quiz, not a test, a quest. So see you there.